Hello. My name is Lynesha Marie, aka the Fly Coach that stands for Fulfilling Living Year Round. It has been a minute since I have spoke to you on this channel, but we're working on being more consistent. We're working on shifting and changing up some things, reprioritizing what really matters, and truly focusing on the main thing. And the main thing is you, okay? So if you don't know, or if you're new to the channel, I'm Lynesha Marie. My goal is to help you master your time, find your gold mine, and experience the fly life, right? We want to thrive in every area of life. So, on this particular video, I'm just going to talk about ways that you can create more personal freedom in your life. And it's easier than you may think. So, let's just dive right on into it because I do not want to take up too much of your time. But number one, master your time. This is so important. Why? Because if you do not master and control your time, someone or something else will. If you are not looking through, if you're not scheduling your time, if you're not time blocking, if you're not looking and looking at what needs to take place in the week, you're just haphazard, you're just going with the motions, you're just floating. Someone else will place their urgencies, their demands, their schedule on your schedule. And now you're doing things that you have no business doing, but because you weren't focused and you did not prioritize the things that you needed to do, now those things now become buried, less of a priority, and sometimes even forgotten. So that is why it is so important that you master your time. Do what it is that you need to do. I have so many tips and tricks that I talk about in my programs or with my clients, but master your time, control your schedule, review your schedule, and plan accordingly. Because guess what? Sometimes I think when people think about their schedule, they think about, oh my gosh, I have to do all of this today. And it's like, no, what needs to get done today? What can get done this week? What can actually get done next week because it's not urgent right now? And so, one of the things that I look at are what are the top 3 things that I need to do today? And that's what I focus on. That's where my brain power is. And then I'll schedule everything else throughout the week or even throughout the month based on my time capacity, my meeting schedule, my just everything else that I have going on in my life. But I take the time, I set the intentional time to sit down and actually review my schedule and make sure that I'm, number one, not overloading myself. Maybe this is just me, but have you ever had a time where you were overwhelmed because you had so much to do that you didn't do anything at all? Right. That happens with a lack of planning, a lack of actually knowing what you need to do and when you need to do it, and actually just planning it out. So learn how to master your time. Okay. Number 2 is to increase your income. Now, I say this all the time. Income is not your issue, but the speed of your income may be. The issue is that your annual salary, it takes you a full 12 months to make it, right? Whether you're getting paid $20 an hour, $30 an hour, it takes you a whole hour to get paid $30 or $20, whatever your hourly rate is. Or like I said, your annual salary, it takes you a full 12 months to make that. And then possibly wait for the annual review to get maybe a 50, 80 or dollar range or a dollar increase. Why do I know this? I'm an HR professional. Human resources is my professional background. That's what actually pivoted me into coaching. So I know all it is to know about salary ranges, salary bands, merit increases, performance increases. I know all of those things. And it takes you a whole entire year to get an increase. And so if you're making, say you're making, the average income is about $50,000 to $75,000 a year, right? What if you made $50,000 a month? Or what if you made $50,000 in 3 months? It's all about compounding the time that it takes in order for you to earn the income. And if you are making that, income is not your issue. So income is not the issue. It's the speed of your income. So how do we combat this and how do we work through this? A couple of ways. Number 1, you can identify something that you're already an expert in and monetize it. Someone needs the knowledge that you have. You spent time and energy learning the thing, perfecting the skill. So monetize it. Or number 2, you can take something that you're passionate about, a hobby or something, and you can monetize it. Now, the caveat that I will place with this is that excuse me, y'all. I'm over here cooking food and stuff, making videos. That's okay. I'm almost done. Um, the caveat is that if you have something that only you love, then it's just a hobby. But if you love something and everybody else loves it, make it your business. And that's what I did with travel. So I love, love, love to travel. Like I said, I talk about travel on this channel. And so I love to travel. But guess what? I'm not the only person that loves to travel. And how do I know this? Because every time I go to that airport parking lot is full. Okay. Every time I go inside the airport, I'm not in there by myself. People are on the move, whether it's for business or leisure, people are getting where they need to go, whether it's by plane, car, train, ship, whatever it is, people are going places. And because those people are going places, I'm going to make sure that they get there. So I monetize my love for travel. So not only do I travel, I'm now getting a return on my investment because when I travel, there's additional income that's built on the inside of it. Or when I book someone else to travel, I'm earning additional income. So it's bringing additional income into my house by just monetizing something that I love and something that I enjoy doing anyway. So it doesn't feel like work. So what is that thing like for you? Like, what is the thing that you love to do that other people love to do, but they haven't quite monetized it or you can monetize it? And that brings additional income into your house. Okay. The last and third tip that I'm going to share today is prioritize your purpose. Now, this is so important because it actually should be number one because everything else hinges on this. But I put it last because it carries and it undergirds everything else. But live on purpose. Find your assignment. What is it that you were created and placed on this earth to do? We're all born in this generation for a reason. Once you identify what that reason is to make a great impact on this generation, move in that direction. This will then help you create tips 1 and 2 and create that plan for your life. And this is what I do when I help individuals find their gold mine. You were placed on this earth for something, to do something, to make an impact. And how do we find your gold mine? I'll do a separate video on that because there are 4 steps to finding your gold mine. But pursue purpose, take the intentional action and steps, and allow that to help you now master your time and then find ways to increase your income because it should all work together. Because if it does not work together, tips 1 and 2 can be distractions. And we don't have time for distractions. My favorite saying is we don't have time to waste time. So what are we doing with the time that we have? How are we maximizing that time? How are we being efficient with that time? And that's what got me into coaching because your girl was just years and years ago, I just was playing. Okay. I was not living intentionally and I was not living on purpose. And I went through a life or death situation. And it was at that point that I said, no, this cannot continue. I have to make changes. I have to live on purpose. There is something that I need to do in this earth and in this generation to make a positive impact. There's an assignment that is meant just for me, just for me. And it's not to say that other people are not doing coaching, other people are not consulting, other people are absolutely doing those things. But guess what? There's only Lynesha. So I can only do it the way that I do it. And the people that are dialed in, the people that are aligned to me are the people that I will reach. And that is what I call a success, is being obedient and doing the thing that I know that I was told to do, and I'm doing it. And so those are the 3 tips that I just wanted to share on how to create more personal freedom in your life. If you're interested in learning more, just make sure you go ahead and like and subscribe and tune into the channel for more tips on how to create personal freedom and how to live and design a life that you love. It's time to fly.